Hey guys, Todd with Peaceful Preparedness and Outdoors, and I am out here today along the Apple Creek that heads right into the Missouri River in South Bismarck, North Dakota. And I'm sorry for the delay. I am here finishing up my shoot for part 3 of the I.N.C.H bag series, sponsored by Step 1 Survival over there on SOS by Staff Sergeant BA. And today I'm going to be talking about a subject I'm not an expert at, and this is a disclaimer for sure. I am definitely not a nurse, not a doctor, and definitely don't have any kind of certification in first aid. I have taken some first aid classes in the past and been CPR certified and stuff. That was a long time ago, and I haven't updated that. So I just want to be upfront and honest, because today, as I said, I'll be talking about first aid and some hygiene in the I.N.C.H bag. And again, some clarification what my view of an I.N.C.H bag is something that you're grabbing with some type of a disaster or something related where you need to get out and get out fast, and you really don't know if you can make it back. And that, you know, we could go into any kind of scenario that leads into your decision to make that. So base of my series is on the systems that I would have involved in something like that. And like I said, we're part 3 on first aid, but I'm just going to give you an overview here again on the bag. All right, so we're going to be this very far bag. That's my Eberly stock dry bag system for the J72 Sky Crane that can zip into several different platforms that they have. That is the G2 little brother. That is your main bag, your main type of like your EDC bag and stuff. And that's the base. I guess I wouldn't call that the main bag, but I call it the main bag because that's the one I use the most, and probably the one that's more versatile. And that's where I carry almost everything in, that main bag. And then that will reside in the middle of this bag. Sorry, not this one, but this bag here. This is the actual Sky Crane system, as we went over before. That zips out. It's kind of the platform that fits all this in it. There's also a different weapons platform that I'm going to be upgrading as soon as I either sell something out or save some money. And this, again, is the top bag, which I have my 5-pound survival kit, which is now about 7 pounds with water in it. As you can see, I have my proper water bladder and stuff there. And then behind it, we didn't go into this, but this is just a field line tactical style case. And what I have in it is obviously my rifle, mags, ammo, cleaning kit on that side. Just kick it. That's my cleaning kits for my guns. Typically I have, what do I have in here? Well, I have some communication devices in there. And then I'm almost positive, yeah, have some ready to rock and roll, some magazines, and then my first aid kit. Also, this is a pretty versatile pack, and it's pretty heavy in itself, but this is my basis of my defense. So in here I carry my tactical vest with an IFAC on it on the outside here. Okay, so that's a pretty simple IFAC. I do have a tourniquet. I don't recommend this tourniquet. I have a cat tourniquet ordered. This is like some kind of replica. It's supposed to be easier. I don't know enough about these to recommend them. All I know is I kind of refer to Skinny Medic and also Step 1 Survival when they go over their first aid stuff. Obviously, there's a lot more knowledge base in there. So that's what I base my kits off of, and that's why I build them. So in here, it's just your basic boo-boo kit, antacid, stuff like that, just discomfort stuff. Tongue depressors. I don't know why. I think because I had them in a first aid kit. Antiseptics, alcohol prep pad. These are just some latex gloves. I'm actually going to be replacing these out with some nitrile gloves. And here we have a triangular style bandage. Some more boo-boo and you know, your normal abrasions and cuts. I just have some gauze, some other gauze, some Q-tips, and some tape there. Basic boo-boo band-aids, moleskin. Moleskin's very important. Some bigger band-aids, some sterile gauze pads. These I believe are 3x3s. Eye patch. I always carry these eye patches in. You never know what you might get in your eye. These things are pretty important. So I have 3 or 4 of those in there. I also have some smaller 1x1 or 2x2 gauze pads in there. These are M95 particulate mask respirators. They're really foldable. And then I have another large, several gauze and a big bandage in the back. Down here I have an ACE bandage, paramedic shears. I have an Israeli bandage, some of those cheapy Q-tips or cheapy tweezers. They do tend to work, but not very good. Some more basic discomfort stuff, insect protectant, burn gel. I think I have I have some vitamin C in there, stuff like that. If you feel something come on, you can grab it out of there. Celox. Hemostat, this is a blood clotting crystals, 3 count in there. And then I have some bug spray. And then for in case of shock, I have several, I believe I have 2 of these emergency blankets in here. And some 8-hour hand warmers. Basic thing I have for trauma is just that, the ACE bandage and these large gauze pads. I do have some basic first aid too, to give me some idea, because again, I'm not an expert. It's nice to keep that stuff on you. So that's what I carry on my little IFAC. Again, guys, I'm not an expert on this stuff. This is just what I carry. But in my bigger pouch there, which I have on side of my kit right now, we're going to go ahead and bring that up on the back of the tailgate here. All right, so what I have is the Condor tearaway pouch. Many of you are probably very familiar with these, but they're very handy. They Velcro on to your MOLLE attachment, and then the MOLLE part stays. You could tear this sucker off via the Velcro. I'm going to go over my contents here real quick. I'm going to get this added on to the video I've already shot about a week ago. But I'm going to start right from the top. I'm going to do this one-handedly today as I'm inside my vehicle. But I'm going to start with the tools. I just have a cheap pair of paramedic shears that work excellent. Some forceps. These can come in handy for whatever the reason, but for those especially know how to use this stuff. Now both of these are not surgical grade. These are Menards brand cheapy ones that I decided just to have in case of emergency. And then back here I have some more forceps. I have some scissors. I have a scalpel, and then in here I have some sutures. I have practiced with sutures, but I wouldn't want to do these myself. I'd like to have someone who knows how to do those better. And the reason why I decided to buy sutures was an injury that I came across with a gentleman who tore his whole leg open with off of a guy's seatbelt that wasn't covered up properly. So you can see here I have some very minute amount of radiation treatment. And then there's also some indicating pads that will tell you how much radiation is on you. Just thought that was nice. I've had that for a little while. Then I have some of these Calostat type of dressings, wound dressings. Have to be frank on this. This stuff I have actually had because there were some extras left over from my father before he passed away. He had some pretty bad bed sores, so I thought some of these would be nice for having in to cover up some pretty serious wounds or some infection type wounds. This is antiseptic towelettes. There's iodine in here. I have a lot of iodine, and these iodine are the big Q-tip swabs that you can put on your, over your wounds and stuff like that. That's it for that backpack. Just some P95 masks, all scrunched up. A lot of alcohol swabs. I think those will come in very, very handy. And then some basic triple antibiotic ointment and a triangle bandage are in there as well. That's basically it for the top pouch. In the secondary pouch here, this is, I suppose I should pull that out. Basically for giving CPR. It's a one-way valve. So it's your one-way valve for giving CPR. I've had to give CPR once in my life, and I just think it's nice to have that, as well as some exam gloves that I have in there as well. Just some quick seal wound care by Be Smart, Be Prepared. For minor cuts and abrasions, I will say though, I have used this, and oh my goodness, it hurts worse than the actual cut that you're going to try to seal up with this thing. So I'd actually prefer to use super glue or that type, and I have some of that as well. Back behind all this, I have a huge roll of Kendall, the Verlix MD antibacterial large roll. These are very, very common and handy. This is actually what I used on the gentleman who cut his leg and wrapped it in one of these ACE bandages. So I definitely keep a couple of these in different first aid kits all over the place. These I actually just pick up at the dollar store. I don't know if they have this brand anymore, but this one was my favorite. Then, just to kind of, don't need to pull these out, but this is just a sticky type of bandage. And then I have some waterproof sports wrap and some sports wrap tape. And some waterproof tape right here. This is the waterproof stuff. It's got that shiny, there you go, you can tell, shiny style stuff there. And obviously those aren't sterile any longer. Once you open them up, some of this stuff has been used. This is kind of my boo-boo area, general cuts and wounds, and I also keep some pills and stuff in here, but I have a ton of these exam gloves, nitrile style, and there's some vinyl ones too. Then I have some more of Quick Clean. Similar to the other stuff, but this is more of an antiseptic hand wipe, kind of like a jacked up wet wipe, I guess you could say. Then my basic boo-boo kit, and there's some of those liquid skins. So fabric bandages is my favorite, and I also have some moleskin in here. Obviously, I've used some of the moleskin on some of my hikes and stuff. Secondarily, here I have some more stuff for boo-boo. This is more of the creams. I have some figure cots in here, some ammonia inhalants. I won't go without this in my first aid kit because I was able to wake up some people that have gotten knocked out with that stuff. So there was some bad accidents I saw. And then I have some burn gels, hydrocortisone cream for itching, that kind of stuff, just some basic stuff. And then I have some of this orange roll of duct tape in here. This is made by the UST. You can purchase it at Walmart. I like it better than normal duct tape for first aid uses, and putting on like blisters and stuff like that. That thing really does excellent. And then not lastly, but I have a bunch of different sized. These are mostly 2x2 pads, but I also have some 4x4s and stuff like that in here as well, which I showed you earlier. I think I did. Then I call this just basically my pharmacy. It's just a little pill locker. And I keep just basic stuff. Vitamin C, aspirin, Benadryl, allergies, Tylenol, melatonin for sleeping. And I also have some vitamin C and such like that, as well as Dramamine, Pepto-Bismol, Cold Plus, antacids and stuff in here. So pretty basic stuff to kind of get you over a hump if you will come into a tough time with that stuff. So. All right, thanks for your patience, helping me out, or waiting on some of my contents of this part 3. Part 4 is going to be the rest of the remainder of the contents of my G1 little brother case that has the bulk of my inch bag stuff, and that's going to be primarily tools, cooking, stuff like that. We're going to go into detail on what I carry in that particular bag and stuff in there. So, again, thanks for your patience, and don't forget, always be prepared to live outdoors.